Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in a mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the World Ninja League Regionals for our Tier 1 Northeast Regional Competition. I am Billy Dixon, I am joined alongside Jamie Dayhuff, and we have gone through the flow course for the adult female and the elite female division, and it's been quite a ride.
Yeah, most definitely. We've seen over 20 runs on these 11 obstacles, and this course has been proving to show it has been deadly. There is not a single obstacle on this course that can be overlooked.
Absolutely. Every single obstacle has been proving to be quite the challenge for our female field earlier on in the evening, and now we're going to be turning it over to the lads for our adult male division first off, with 25 competitors ready to be taking it on. Now, all of these gyms that you could see on your screen right there, they were all gyms that these athletes have qualified from, and we are very happy to have so many gyms represented throughout the entirety of this regional competition. So many great competitors just going through it, and we're very happy to see them all.
Yeah, and a lot of the competitors in this division specifically have come from both Maryland and Pennsylvania, and that's something that I think is very interesting, that even though this is a division that's mainly in one area, I find it interesting that like it's mainly populated by just 2 states rather than it being kind of evenly matched out.
Pretty much, but those 2 states are massive when it comes to ninja.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Now today we are going to be seeing, for the adult male division, we're going to have 25 competitors attempt this course. That's larger than any division, and I believe they are going for the top 60 to advance to the World Championship.
I believe so. It's going to be the top 16 out of the 25 in this division that's going to be taking the reins of qualifier for the World Championships that are going to be held in Greensboro at the Greensboro Coliseum only next month.
Yeah, it's fast approaching. This is definitely like crunch time for a lot of the competitors, because any competitor who hasn't advanced to Worlds yet, they're definitely feeling like time is running out. The window of opportunity is slowly closing with every single passing competition. So I feel like a lot of these competitors are incredibly eager to get that ticket onto the World Championship. Now, today, what's happening in this live stream specifically is going to be the flow course, which is essentially a fancier way of saying it's just your regular course. So once competitors touch the ground and fall, or they're eliminated, but they still can try the rest of the obstacles until their time limit expires. Now, I believe the time limit for this division is going to be 1:15, as that was what it was for the elite females, but that still always change. So, but still, the goal is to get to the end and hit that buzzer, and that will determine how many points you will get. So, for this one, there are 11 obstacles, and there are 11 points up for grabs technically. And as Billy was saying earlier, there were the gyms, that's just some of the gyms that competitors we were talking about. And yes, as you can see right there, it confirms that the top 16 out of these 25 will be advancing onto the World Championship in just over a month. So a lot of these competitors, only 9 of them will not make it. So try to make sure that they don't land in that bottom 9 is just so important. And honestly, anything can happen on this course, because these 11 obstacles are so... It's really hard to explain if you haven't seen them yourself, but these are just such difficult obstacles. They might seem a little bit less complex than others, but still, that does not mean they're less difficult. And I think that we potentially either have our first runner or a course tester currently on the course right now. Just recently.
That's our course tester.
It's our course tester.
Our course tester today for our adult male division is Ryan Harsher, one of the greats when it comes to overall consistency in the WNL League. He has competed in over 100 competitions spanning across many seasons in Premier Series, Championships, qualifiers, regionals alike. And we're very, very happy to have Ryan Harsher as our course tester. Very happy. I met him a couple of years ago when he traveled over to the UK for Premier Series in 2023. Really, really nice guy, really passionate about the sport. Very happy to have him in the building today.
Now, when we go to the obstacles, I want to direct your attention to obstacles 6 and 7, the agility barrels. It is essentially mini turbo rollers. That's the best way to describe it. They're pretty much mini turbo rollers. That caused a lot of havoc, especially early into that elite female division. That was still incredibly shocking when Abby Clark, who kicked off the division, went down on the obstacle, which is something that I think that no one pretty much expected. But immediately after that is the U-turn, which are your average U-turn obstacle. But having that paired immediately after the agility barrels, where if you start immediately slipping, you're just going to slam right into that first step. That is just a devilish combo to have right against each other. And then consistently having your foot placement, having it in a curve, and having to consistently adjust that just makes that combo right there probably one of the trickiest out of all of them. So if I was a competitor preparing to run this course, that is definitely something that I would have my eyes on, trying to figure out what's the best technique that I can take, and obviously not overlooking it.
Absolutely. So seeing quite a few people in the past divisions having trouble with it definitely speaks volumes for what these males are going to have to face as well. We have Ryan Harsher on the start line, ready to do another demo run with everyone watching this time. We're ready to see some expertise on how this course is going to be conquered.
So I'm assuming his first run was so good that we have to see it again.
Precisely so. We love seeing a bit of Ryan Harsher out here on our screens. Great ninja content.
Prepping up a lot of those competitors, just trying to figure out what the best strategy is on this course. They have been able to watch the demo videos provided to them, but this is the first time that they've most likely been able to see their course in person and truly be able to just get a one-to-one comparison of their size to the obstacles, because some of these laches are definitely very large.
Indeed, so. But the good thing is about these adult males and the elites later on, a lot of them will have the correct wingspan needed for the adult body to move across these obstacles at an efficient rate. So I'm excited to see how fast these guys can go.
Yeah, and I feel like the first trouble obstacle for them might be the captain's wheel lane, because you're going onto that first wheel, and that first wheel is positioned differently than the other succeeding two wheels. So you gotta make sure that you just don't get tangled up, because the longer that you hang on there, it just messes with your head and you start getting dizzy. And then having the agility barrels be placed right afterwards, it's just these course designers are so smart, because if you get in your head once, if you get in your head once on those captain's wheels, oh, what do I have? Turbo rollers right after, and that totally would make a lot of competitors panic even more.
Very true, but it's definitely important to keep a good state of mind when you're going through these obstacles, especially for a competition like regionals, when you know that Worlds is right around the corner. You've got to make sure that everything is in play at a top tier level.
Yeah, now we have 25 competitors who are running this division. Is there anyone here that actually sticks out to you?
I think I can recognize a few names. Specifically, I think Brian Kakowski is one of the standout adult males on my end, personally. I've also seen a couple people with Premier Series t-shirts moving across, so some people who may have competed in the amateur division before. And we've got people like Matthew Colas and David Vergara who are coming out of Ferox Athletics. And we're very happy to see them.
Yeah, that just shows some of the competitors that are coming up in this division. And it looks like we have our test run underway. Wow! Look at that pace.
We expect nothing less from our kid Ryan Harsher. How good is this? This is what all of our adult males and elites later on should be aspiring to be competing like.
Yeah, and I feel like Ryan he's exceeded the term flow. He's pretty much
got some Bartek
there.
in the house, people.
Whoa, Bartek!
Lovely stuff there from Ryan. Thanks for the demonstration there, Ryan Harsher. Lovely stuff, mate.
And those bars, that Bartek, that offers a lot more room for error. So it's going to be interesting to see how these competitors are able to tackle it. Because a lot of the other competitors in previous divisions have made it there with about 30 seconds left. And I think there's one more lache than everyone else. Because on that first one, it was the rings. So they could kind of just hook it, unhook it. But no, they got to do 2 full transitions right there.
Indeed they do. It's going to be quite an enjoyment to see who can really set themselves apart from the rest of the field when it comes to completing those bar techs and completing them quickly.
Now, as for our first runner, that's going to be Alexander Chow. Alex, 33, has only competed in one tier 1 competition for season 10, but he's made it count. So he's 1 for 1, advancing to regionals. So now we're going to see if he can continue that upward trajectory, get into that world championship. Coming out of Rockville, Rockville, Maryland. And I did not realize that MD stood for Maryland until very recently.
Figure 4, this is a Brady special.
It's all right, mate. My American geography has never been that up to standard, but throughout these competitions, I've been learning more as a Brit myself. So yeah, I'm excited to see not only the.
You have the excuse of the fact that you were not born in America, so you have not been taught about the 50 states from immediately from birth. So it's like
exactly. So I've got a bit of an excuse there, which I'm going to take to the grave.
So for me to just not know the abbreviations, that's really bad on my behalf. But going back to these obstacles, I think that this is going to be such an interesting division. We could see so much
potential to be.
So much speed. And I feel like we could see some havoc happen on Juicer. I could legitimately see something happen like that, because I feel like some people could trip up on agility barrels and then kind of cheese their way through U-turn, and then on the Juicer, once those things start rolling, it's just piling them down.
It's very true. You need to make sure you're light on your feet and your reaction time is fast in order to keep up with yourself and the course.
And it actually looks like we might potentially be getting ready for our first competitor. It looks like competitors are starting to walk back to the starting line here.
Okay, our first athlete is currently on the start line, chalking himself up, ready to get started on this WNL regional flow course for our Northeast division. It's going to be Alexander Chow, coming out of Maryland, age 33 for the season.
We're going to see if he's able to start out this division strong.
I don't know what it does, but I don't get my asthma attacks. That's the mask. Strong run.
Getting some chalk there for this first attempt.
Finish.
A lot of these competitors getting ready to see the first run of this division in a competition setting, because those testers, they can breeze with this course, but they do not have the fear of competition on their side. But these competitors, they have a lot at stake here.
They absolutely do, but they can't let them get it into their head, because that's how unfortunate things happen. So they got to come in with the positive mindset that they're going to clear the obstacles one at a time to make sure they hit the buzzer at the end. But one obstacle at a time is the mentality to be had.
Yeah, and getting also, I think, on the hourglass lane, getting a lot of height there. Oh, it looks like we got our starting lights. Here we go.
Alexander Chow.
Pretty cautiously. Oh, we got a minute 30 for our time limit here. 15 seconds extra from the elite females. And prepping here to get on to this first hourglass. Swinging in all directions, got to redirect it. Engage that core, Alex. Is he able to fix it? Oh, but as he continues to dangle there, he's losing that momentum. Got to keep going.
He's losing time as well. Got to keep that grip going. He's building up a bit more, swing by swing. He's going to go for it. Unfortunately, drops down.
Alexander Chow completed ramp run, but unfortunately just could not get to that second hourglass on hourglass lane. That's an unfortunate start there. And yeah, Hourglass Lane. We've seen a few peels, but I feel like we haven't seen a competitor gas out there because I feel like given the high standing point that you have because of the ramp run, that's just something that you wouldn't really expect to see, but still, it's just so unfortunate to see competitors go out so early.
Indeed, so unfortunately goes down on the juicer too.
And it looks like the juicer has juiced out some energy.
Unfortunately so, yeah.
But still, pretty good recovery there. Gonna keep going.
Gonna make sure he gets that jump to the ring. Okay, oh my gosh, okay. Unfortunate fall there from Alex Chow, but great stuff overall. Good effort, mate.
And the juicer is not playing around this round. That just shows how deadly that obstacle can be. Black players have just been so light on their feet that we haven't seen many troubles on it. But yeah, that has the potential to be a deadly obstacle here.
Okay, then guys,
up next.
Next up on the course right here is Ashante Grant, coming out of Brooklyn, New York, representing the Brooklyn Ninja Academy. Very proud. Unfortunately, couldn't get the grab on the hourglass, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, and I feel like that competitor might be able... I feel like the obstacle is going to be one of the hardest ones, actually.
It has potential to be.
Ooh, and that obstacle just showing how much of a deadly one it could be. Those wheels are unlocked, and they are ready to do damage here for the adult male division. Save here on the juicer, but able to get through that one. Barrel slide, got that. And now this Astroglider, I want to see how he's able to handle this. Going for it. Oh, might have went down there potentially. But now we're going to see our first look here at this updated version of Skyhook Cradles. Now, this is a little bit of an interesting one, it looks like.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay, crooked.
Oh,
Gets it back though. Ashante coming through with the plays here. Makes it. There we go. Impressive stuff on those bars, mate.
Oh, well, that was an unfortunate start. That was most definitely such a strong finish there. He looked very comfortable there on that bar attack.
Now then, moving on to our next competitor coming out of Maryland. It's going to be Lavar Freeman.
Will he become the first competitor to get through Hourglass Lane? Cautiously through first obstacle. Now the ramp run. Got a lot of height there, and this is something that I've been noticing with a lot of competitors. They are swinging side to side, but it looks like Lavar getting a lot of forward swing to correct it.
First one in this division to make the obstacle fully cleared. A minute 3 coming into that little diagonal swing.
Onto the attack, he gets it. Now it's this captain's wheel. Ooh, with both hands on both sides. Now kind of stuck in no man's land here. Lavar Freeman tried to reach out. Oh, not having that much luck yet.
Locking off, trying to get a bit of depth. Yes, there we go.
There we go. Okay. Now he's got this next one. Oh, it feels off.
Oh,
no.
wow, that was a
that
bit
was
of a fall.
hard
Yeah.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, whiffed that final wheel.
But that was such a hard landing. But still gonna keep moving and very cautiously through. Yeah, this division is showing how hard this course truly can be. We've seen a lot of competitors just freeze through it, but yeah, this division is just, this course is just truly tearing these early runners in this division apart right now.
Currently, yeah, dude. All right, then. Great stuff from our boy Lavar Freeman right there. Going to see him very shortly on a different course, I'm sure. Right then, Mitchell George coming out of New York City Ninja Academy is next up. Age 25, has competed in 1 out of 1 competitions for the season, and he's off.
And this is the youngest competitor so far in this division at 25 years old. So he's got that youth on his side here. Now another competitor swinging a little bit side to side. Got to redirect it. He looks like he redirected it for a second, but now swinging the other way. Bring those hips up. Mitchell, you got it. Going for it. Oh,
unfortunately, bit of a crooked jump there in the air, missing his position a bit. Gonna keep on moving forward though.
Gonna land onto that tack. Now heading on to the captain's wheel. And oh, looks like he's trying to get it there, but I feel like if you just don't go on that first opportunity, you're gonna lose so much time just trying to turn it around. And that's what's happening here to Mitchell George.
Here he goes, unfortunately peels out as he tries to grip it. Gonna use his balance skills now. Very nice, lovely stuff on the agility side of things.
Yeah, balance, no problem here for Mitchell George, but still 3 obstacles left. And coming up on another balance obstacle here with the Astro Glider, got that.
Right then, how's the
Our
bar
next
tech,
look
Mitchell?
here. Heading up to it, got the mixed grip, nice. Lesser of a chance to peel. Oh, good stuff. Got some distance, just didn't get that much height. Kind of just dropped the bar, unfortunately. On those bar tech obstacles, it's so important to bring those hips up. And honestly, on just any Lachey obstacle. And I feel like that's something that a lot of these competitors so far just have not been that successful with.
That seems to be the case. Now then, moving on to Catrell Ortiz, coming out of No Limit Ninja. Age
River,
37.
New York.
Bit more on the older side for this competition, but not going to phase him. He's making his way up the plank.
And got a mixed grip there, got both hands on the front step, having one on one side. That's a smart move. And he is fully forward here. They're taking a lot of swings. Just got to get that distance. Going for it. Oh!
Ah!
That gap has been deadly for this division. Wow.
It really has.
But a nice technique there. Going on that first transition to the captain's wheel. And that's allowed him to get through. And great strides here. Oh! Is he able to save it?
Nice save.
I have no idea how this did not just roll and make him fall off. But he is able to get through that pretty quickly.
All right, then jumping straight into the bars. How is he going to fare?
Ooh,
okay, interesting.
Smooth.
Very close on that left side, though. Got to keep track of that. There he goes. Nice insert. Bosh. Easy stuff there on the bar tech.
Nice. And that very well could have been our first here, but those hourglasses, an absolute menace here. Hopefully Tristan Poffenberger can be the next competitor to crack the code here. 24 years of age, coming out of Myersville, Maryland.
Representing Jump Climb Extreme as he's making his way up the ramp at a fast pace. Very much linking.
Oh, he's got it! Nice! All right, next competitor onto trapeze tack. We might be able to see a first place run here if he's able to get through Captain's Wheel lane. Oh, he's got that. Okay. Over a minute left. Yep, there we go. Okay.
Here we go. One of the most efficient runs we've seen all day. Tristan Poffenberger coming through now.
Oh,
okay, interesting. Got a low grab on that ring, but it pays off. Now then,
I thought he
2 more
almost dove over
obstacles.
that. 50 seconds left, Tristan. Aside from that struggle on the juicer, he has been making this course look very simple so far. Oh, a little bit on the back side of that bar, though, on the right side. Move it farther forward. Oh, just gonna go straight for it. So this bout, oh, he missed it.
Tristan Poffenberger is our first clear of the division. Well deserved, very efficient throughout, all culminating in a clear. Happy days.
Now, up next in the course, trying to ride the wave of success that we just got from Tristan is going to be Jacob Gatlin, Westminster, Maryland as well.
Stay relaxed.
Now, this is another competitor who has only competed in one Tier 1 competition, but still made it work as he is here in regionals. So, Jacob Gatlin, oh yeah, these competitors looks like they're starting to figure it out now. Really using those hips to swing back and forth on those hourglasses is working out here. and Jacob Gatlin now just swiftly moving through. But this fast pace, he's still moving
very
good though.
Agile.
Very quick through these, and about at the same pace as Tristan to this point. Gonna chalk up, it's a smart move. Taking some time. Heading for this next one, he's landed that, okay.
Very neat transitions here throughout the cradles.
Cradle.
Hops in.
Go for that dismount, he's landed that, okay. That places him in second place by just over a second.
That is how you do it right there. Now then, Derek Bierschwale coming out of Pennsylvania has the ready stance to be booming across those beginning steps, pulling back the hourglass, ready to link.
Whoa.
Okay.
Got a lot of airtime here. He is definitely one to look out for on the skyhooks. Because if he's able to fly just the whoa, he might be looking to skip the tack entirely.
Eyeing up the platform, it looks like now,
Oh,
to
never
just
mind.
quickly do it. Yeah, there we go. It was in his mind. Very fast though from Derek so far.
As the youngest competitor so far, he is definitely the one so far to be taking the most risks so far. And he's going pretty quickly through Juicer. But I think those backswings there on that tack obstacle, the trapeze tack, has definitely caused him to lose some time. So gonna need to pick up the pace if he wants to advance to that first place position. But he has been able to fly on these laches. Oh no!
Oh! Unfortunately misaligns the right side of that bar, and Derek is gonna come unstuck on that final obstacle. Very well done though. Very solid run all around. Placing it up there.
His airtime, just overall body control, that was so good, but just could not make it work at the end, and that's so unfortunate. Now, up next, of course, is going to be Stefanos Colas. 90 seconds.
He's competed in 2 Tier 1 competitions before this season. Age 28, representing Ridgefield, New Jersey. How's he going to fare on the hourglass? Makes the grab.
That was a close one, though. I feel like he would have missed it.
Yeah, it was very close. Now then, 1:05 as he comes in to the lineup for the diagonal platform. Going to grab the horizontal wheel. Face up. Very nice.
That's that dismount. This barrel agility. Taking it slow, doesn't want to slip. It's a smart move, having both feet on a few of those steps there on the U-turn. Able to get to work out. Stefanos just focusing on getting to that buzzer right now. 34 seconds. Got that obstacle, and now onto the sky hooks.
Doing a forward grip, working for him. 22 seconds left coming into that final cradle. Very nice. Stefanos coming through with clear. Love to see it.
Yeah, but I think going with both hands forward, that is such a risky maneuver because you are so likely to peel on that. That is just so risky, but Stefanos confident in his abilities, and very much so because he was able to get to the end. Now, Andrew, we're going to see if he is able to continue this train of success. First 2 clears happen back-to-back. Let's see if 3 and 4 can follow that trend. 24 out of Panama, New York.
Andrew Mutise, age 24, hoping to make some big moves here on the hourglass and the rest of the obstacles. How's he going to fare? Nice! Putting his fingers in that slot to ensure that he gets the proper grab. Quickly moving into the trapeze.
And nicely through the obstacle as well. Taking some time to line up, though, for this big transition between the captain's wheels. 50 seconds left. Going for it statically. Okay. And then to that dismount.
Moving at quite the moderate pace. If he wants that clear, I think speeding up might be the ingredient to success. But going to take a bit of a steady approach on those rolling barrels. Now he's making his way through the rings, through to the aerial. Slider. No.
Oh, did he save it? Is he in?
I
He
see.
saved it. What?
That's fine.
That's impressive.
Gonna chalk up ready for the final Bartek obstacle. Is 15 seconds enough for our adult male here?
He's gotta go. He's gotta go. 10
Can't be
seconds
taking
left.
too many back swings.
Oh,
Gets
he's
a bit
crooked. Can he
crooked.
save it?
Oh,
No!
unfortunately misses.
Oh man, Andrew unable to get to that buzzer, but getting through and make it onto the skyhooks, that is still amazing within itself. That was one of the closest saves that we've seen all day.
Mikey Boyd is next up, coming out of Westchester Ninja Warriors, representing Suffern, New York. Gonna take a bit of time to set himself up with a lot of momentum to start on the first hourglass.
Heading to that next one nicely. It looks like some of these competitors are opting to land with a bit of a wingnut approach, having one hit on each of the sides.
That seems to be what all these guys are taking into account here.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the earlier fails were caused by people trying to reach the inside, but now people realize outside is most likely the way to go. It has been a consistent clear after consistent clear.
Pretty much.
Slowly
now the Mikey,
through.
very nice. Now Jamie, you're our fashion expert. What are you thinking of Mikey's fit today here?
I'm not feeling it, TBH.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for as much as I like it, it's just I don't understand the salmon with the white and the black, but that body flop onto that platform was a smart move there. I could give Mikey Boyd some praise there.
I'm personally a fan of it. I'm liking the courage all over the place. Okay, a bit of a...
Can he correct it?
Okay,
Oh, he got
there
it.
we go.
Okay.
He's got the recovery,
One more.
but the straight grip. Here we go.
Don't feel. Okay,
Very
everybody, see
nice. And a clear is
Okay.
what we're going to have for Mikey Boyd. Very happy. Very, very nice there. Well deserved.
Oh, and I just noticed he had purple shoes on. That is something that you don't see that often.
Very true. Very happy to see that. Now then, Chris McPhee, age 37, coming out of Belmore, New Jersey. Excited to see what he's got cooking for us today on the regionals flow course.
Already through 2 obstacles now, heading up to the hourglasses. Oh, and has both hands on one side. But got some good momentum so far. Reaching out.
Oh,
okay.
unfortunately, didn't get his hips high enough in order to get a bit of height.
Yeah, he had a good swing for those first few, but as the momentum started to deplete, just did not generate it properly. And when he went for it, could not connect, unfortunately. Got a chance to get another similar obstacle here with the swinging power. Chris.
Oh no, he
got
fell
through.
through. Okay, interesting. He's gonna keep on moving through the agility barrels, making his way through to the bigger ones of the juicer.
And now got through the barrel, and now heading on to the Astroglider. Got it. Now Bartek, this obstacle has been such a make or break one so far. While I believe
There
we've
he
only
goes.
seen one fail. Well, I've only seen one fail on it. There have been so many crooked attempts. To the dismount. Landed that. Okay.
Love to see all the obstacles being completed in one way or another. Love to see it. As we now move on to Cleon Watson, coming out of Bronx.
27 years of age, 90 seconds. We're going to see what he is able to do here on these 11 obstacles. Now, on the bottom of your screen, you can see the current competitors who are in the top 4. Mikey Boyd, who ran recently, was able to snag the fourth place finish spot. And I think that's all the clues we have. We only have 4.
There goes
But as I
Cleon,
say that-
building some momentum.
Ooh, close call there, but able to get it.
Haha.
Coming out of New York City Ninja Academy. Got a lot of swing here, and it's working out for him. Now these agility barrels going quickly, and it cost him.
Ooh.
Oh, went for speed, and it. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
There they are, spinning again, claiming victims.
You guys good for a sec?
Just so unfortunate to see these balance obstacles because I feel like when you're on a balance obstacle, it's so hard to prepare for how they'll react because it's almost so different for every competitor. And look at that control here from Cleon Watson on these sky hooks. He is moving with a purpose, and he is just showing how much control he has on the Bartek. Hits that buzzer. Very much could have been a clear. Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be.
Adult female athletes.
Okay, now then, moving on to our next competitor. It is going to be Brian Kakowski, coming out of Malton, New Jersey. He has competed in 2 Tier 1 competitions so far for the season. And you can also see he's representing a Premier Series jersey, I want to say.
Yeah, that looks like it to me.
And it looks like
definitely
it might be
connected
from
with the community.
pretty much. There
He's going
goes
pretty
Brian.
fast here.
Yeah, consistent flow within all of the within all the movements he's taking out here.
Now heading towards that dismount. Okay.
Very nice from Brian. Now coming up into the bars.
Nice
Very
hops
nice.
here.
Oh, no! Unfortunately misaligns the bar. That's going to be it for Brian. Definitely up on the top half of the leaderboard though, due to
Oh,
that.
lands to that top 5. And that's pretty good because we have 11 competitors left to run the course. So it is all but guaranteed for those top 5 to make it in, I believe. So they have pretty much secured their place in the World Championship. Now Julian Duff trying to get into that similar position here. He had in 3 Tier 1 competitions here now at the Northeast Regional. Coming out of Windsor Mill in Maryland. Oh, swinging every which way. Gotta realign that swing. Oh, he's got that. There we go. Now just heading towards that next one. Oh,
Unfortunately, maybe kicked his legs a bit too late and let go too late. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get that grab. But he's going to be moving on.
And something that I noticed is that he went a little bit forward on that transition too. That's something that a lot of competitors have been struggling to nail. So that's just unfortunate here. But Julian Duff gonna keep going. And now on to the juicer. Getting that swing here. And now just 2 obstacles remain. Up next is going to be Astroglider. Can he get to that dismount? Was he able to land that?
I think he was. I didn't see any foot taps on my end. Now then, Julian is going to take the bar. Unfortunately, not be able to make any jumps, but still great resilient run from our boy Julian. As we now move on to our next competitor, Law Williams, representing New York City Ninja Academy.
On that starting line right now. We're getting the sound off from the referee. Here we go. Got a lot of speed so far. Oh! One-handed. Looks like he might have not anticipated to let go that early. And to that dismount platform. Ooh,
Very
yeah,
powerful.
those are some great swings.
Oh, what a powerful jump there. Very light as well. Law not taking any chances here. Just going for it. Every opportunity he's got. Is he
And now
okay?
sizing up. Oh. Thought he
Think
could have
he
been sizing
might
up the
be,
next obstacle.
Might have injured something possibly in his hand. Is it a finger issue possibly? He's going to shake
keep
out and
going,
still
though.
go for it.
Oh,
No, unfortunately,
unfortunate.
that's it. It looks like he's done something to his right hand. He's going to have to stop his run. That's unfortunate.
He's alright.
Yeah, sending our prayers out for Law.
Injuries in Ninja are just some of the most serious in my opinion because these obstacles, they're not messing around and they could alter your career if something bad happens. So hoping for the best out of Law Williams here and hope to see him back soon.
Absolutely. Now then, next up on our course after that is Desmond Odum.
Out of Newark, New Jersey. 38 years old, competed in 3 Tier 1 competitions this season for Season 10. Minute 30 on the clock.
Here goes Desmond. He is off, climbing up the plank, ready for that hourglass.
Now building up some swing here, but it looks like he's running out of swing.
Thrusting his hips forward quite aggressively. Seems to be working for him.
Going for the next
Oh,
one.
unfortunately, no, he
man.
couldn't slot his fingers in.
And that's just another reoccurring fail here. Those competitors who are going forward are consistently having trouble with staying on it. That window of opportunity just to get onto it is not wide enough for these competitors. But Desmond's still going to keep moving. And moving greatly, but kind of readjust his swing here. Got both hands. A little bit of a mixed grip.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! That was crazy. I really don't
Seems to
even know
be
what
going all
happened
over the place there. Oh my gosh. Ooh, nearly had the agility.
I got him.
That's another competitor unable to get through his course. Wow.
Ready by the full course.
Now heading on to Eric Bowers out of Arlington, Virginia. 24 years of age. We have not seen a clear in a hot minute. Last one was Mikey Boyd. Eric Bowers wants to become the next one to get to that buzzer at the end of the course and truly guarantee that spot.
Taking a
having some
sideways
trouble here.
approach, and it's working.
Oh, he got it! That's impressive. Getting down to that dismount platform. Is he able to stick onto it? It's taking a lot of swing here. Playing it safe
Gonna
is good,
move on
but
through.
he has exuded over a third of his time allotted on this course, so he's going to need to keep moving because he's still got 8 obstacles left in front of him.
A
And now
bit
kind of
of
caught
a
up here on Captain's wheel.
got a tiny bit caught up there, but his momentum full on forward is there. Back again, 35 seconds.
Trying to get to that dismount. He's got that.
There he goes. Good stuff on the agility. Ooh,
Oh,
can't be falling
Can he
back.
save it? He
Okay,
saves
good.
it!
Whoo, okay, there we go.
The juicer almost was a slip and slide there, but Eric Bowers able to keep going. One obstacle
Gonna
left,
have to
12
rush
seconds left.
across. Right,
And
he's
he
gonna be
has
going
a
for
lot
the
of
biggest of
urgency
moves.
here.
It's still possible, Jamie. Come on, lad.
He might be able to get it. Come on. Can Eric get it? Land it. Okay. Go, 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 go.
Big push. No, we
No!
fall back.
Man. Eric Bowers.
So he fell
unable to
back.
get it through.
Ooh, man. Unfortunate there.
So close
Now
to clear
there.
number 5. Brian Martinez is our next competitor to attempt this course. Wants to get closer than any competitor has before. And after seeing such a great run from Eric Bowers, the bar has been set so high for him. Let's see what Brian can do here. Getting a lot of swing here, and I like the fact that he was twisting his body to really get a lot of swing here. That body control is so important here. And now onto an obstacle that Eric struggled with and actually didn't eat up a lot of time. But Brian's not having that many problems with it. These agility barrels.
There goes Brian. Not a problem with it. Representing obstacle athletics very well out here with 50 seconds to spare.
And he is putting on a great pace so far. There is a good chance that we might be able to see him clear. Gets that end. All right, we have a clear on that obstacle as well. Now, just these skyhook cradles.
Gonna get that massive swing. There we go. Got a full
Now gotta go up.
salmon ladder style. Nice.
Might want to bring that bar a little bit farther forward, though. Can he get that next one? He can. Okay.
Here he
Now
goes.
just mounts
18
left.
seconds for the jump. Good
And he
stuff from
lands
Brian
that.
Martinez. Nice
And that rates
stuff.
him in third place, actually.
Lovely.
So that has been a great run there from Brian Martinez. Richard Fox gonna follow up that run, hopefully with another clear. He in 5 competitions in Tier 1. 28 years old, out of Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, here goes Richard. Interesting conservation of momentum right there, keeping a bit more, but
Ooh,
unfortunately
doesn't
his
work
hands
out.
couldn't slot into that handle.
But he is going to keep progressing on to that trapeze tack. Land on it. Oh, what?
Okay.
That was impressive. Now both hands on opposite sides here of the captain's wheel. Oh, might want to return to that strategy here because he's struggling to get onto that next wheel.
Hasn't got the biggest wingspan, but he's utilizing what he's got in order to make that reach.
Now gotta have a lot of power here to get to this next one. Ooh, reach now, can't get it. Might just have to go for the Lachey here. Go for it. Oh,
Which unfortunately he
releases with
couldn't
one
hang
hand.
on to. Right then, agility. How's he gonna fare? Gonna fare very well. Very nice.
Nice. Now onto the juicer. A nice
okay.
save. This obstacle is so sketchy. Barrel here. Got that. Now the Astro Glider. This is the next obstacle to attempt. Not a lot of speed, but can he jump to it? Oh, I think his toes might have touched there, unfortunately. And that's going to be his time. 20 attempts,
then.
5 clears, 5 competitors remain.
Here we go. Gregory Casagrande is up next from Centre Court, Chatham. Gonna shake out, ready for his run, hoping to put in a solid performance today.
On that starting line. He is in perfect eye shot of that buzzer, so he knows that he can do it if all goes right here. This first trouble obstacle is going to be Hourglass Lane.
How's he gonna go for the jump? Very
He's
nice
got
sideways
that.
grab.
Want to get this dismount right here. Can he get it? He got it. Okay.
One thing to note
Gregory
about Gregory, he
Casagrande.
is quite tall as well, so that can mean his wingspan can come into play by extension.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it is very
yeah.
well.
Now, relying on the legs here for these next 3 obstacles. Barrel slide up next. 47 seconds left. He is on a good pace so far. Did he just leap over that? I think he just leaped over that.
Looked like it.
Insane.
Right then,
Gregory
Gregory.
Casagrande.
Your bar tech is very nice. Here we go. One more
One
move.
hop left.
Nice.
Look at that. Dismount left. And that is clear number 6. Now we might potentially get a replay back here for the Astro Glider. What's he doing? Yeah, he just jumped for it.
Wow.
Wow. That's insane. Just to truly trust yourself to just launch and to make it. And then just keep going as if it's nothing. That's insane. Now coming out of the Movement Lab in New Jersey is going to be Matthew Sakalas. Island Heights, New Jersey. Building up swing here.
Having a bit of trouble getting it fully corrected, though. It's not going to work out for him, unfortunately.
That's gonna send him out, and now we are gonna see what he could do on these remaining obstacles here. Going for it, nice.
Grab on.
And now heading up. Oh, going for it. All right, he's doing it. Matthew, next one. Oh, he had it for a split second.
Ah, very close.
He's gonna keep going on here.
Gonna climb up the barrels, hopefully. Okay, yeah. Loving the hot dog socks, by the way. Just clocked that.
Gonna keep carefully moving here. Can he save it?
Ah, he falls on the second set of barrels.
That obstacle is just such a deadly one. Oh, gonna get through the Astro Glider, it looks like. And onto that dismount platform. And now, after that, we are going to be on to Maxwell Athlete. Competed in 3 competitions this season. 25 years old. But it looks like, actually, Matthew is going to try and get that Lachey there. Can't get the hop. But now, we're going to properly move on to Maxwell. Getting ready to start off this run. Here we go. A strong start here, actually. Oh, tries to reach out statically. Doesn't get it to work out. Just gonna go
Still makes it, though, because he's just that good.
That is incredible. Problem solving at its finest here at the WNL Season 10 Regionals. Maxwell Athlete trying to get a comfortable position here on attack. Got that. And now got a lot of speed here, actually, as well. Landed high up on that last captain's wheel and gonna keep moving very fast here as he's getting his way through. Oh, bit of a stumble, but corrects himself.
Oh no! Unfortunately, is not able to hack that second area of the barrels. Unfortunate as well, because Max is seemingly effortlessly moving across.
Wow.
He's linking stuff too! Oh, unfortunately.
No, right? That was a hard fall.
Ouch.
And I think that might be our first proper fail on the juicer.
Possibly, yeah.
Now heading up to our next competitor on the course. This is going to be David Vergara.
Coming out of the Grit Ninja in Norwalk.
Here he goes.
Build up a lot of momentum on the hourglass. Very nice.
And as these final competitors start running the course, Wave 2 is going to start beginning momentarily. We've got some more competitors who are going to be running. David Vergara wanting to close out this first wave as one of the last few runners very strongly. That's what he's doing so far.
Oh no, we're seeing two.
Oh, is that 2 in a row?
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, no, he saved it.
Impressive strategy using the last step too. Oh my gosh.
That was smart here from David Vergara. Now another balance obstacle, but that's going to be the one that does him in. Didn't find solid ground on the Astro. It just could not stay on it, unfortunately. But wow, look at that power here on the sky hooks. Oh! That first position was great. Just could not bring both the bar onto both cradles.
Now then, it is time for Mark Roush to come in from Jump Climb Extreme.
Competed in 6 competitions here. Competed in 6 Tier 1 competitions. We're going to see what he's doing here. Got a lot of height. But it looks like that height is, that momentum actually, is slowly winning. Gotta make sure that he keeps generating it. Mark Roush.
Got a lot of it. Unfortunately, can't keep his hips up in order to get a bit of height.
And having an obstacle like that, where swinging is so prominent at the start of the course, is just such a tricky challenge for a lot of these competitors.
Okay, Mark reaching out now for all of these wheels. Gonna take a bit of time to reach out, use that wingspan to dismount. Very nice.
And he's moving pretty quickly here, slamming his body into that next obstacle. All right. Now just 2 obstacles left from Mark Roush. Got that dismount.
How's it going to fare on the bar? Interesting link there. Very nice. Unfortunately, pulls up to no avail. Good stuff from Mark.
And with Mark's run, I believe that closes out wave 1 of the adult male division.
Seemingly, yeah. Right then. Now we are moving on to wave 2 with Michael Aguilera.
Might be Aguilera, actually.
Aguilera. Yes, that. Right then. Michael moving through now.
Oh,
Very
he's going
nice reach.
swiftly.
Staticking.
Now, not only does Michael do ninja, he is also a coach and directs the ninja program at the PSC in the new Hyde Park. He also hand builds and recreates obstacles.
Okay.
Oh, whoa! So he's got a lot of skills when it comes to ninja. Oh, he's got a lot with coaching, competing, and building.
Oh no! He
wow!
unfortunately whiffs that flying bar move, but very, very fast nonetheless. Very quick and speedy along
But
the
that
barrels
save
there. Very close. Had a bit of a slip up, but still avenged himself for that.
On the juicer. Now we are on to our next competitor to run the course potentially. As Michael steps off the course. All right.
It is time for
ready.
Julian McDonald.
4 competitions this year in the tier 1 season 10 competitions. 32 years of age. Minute 30. And with these added competitors, this actually puts into perspective how strict it's going to be to get into that top 16, because we initially thought there was only going to be 25 competitors competing to get to those.
Very true,
And only
actually,
9 were
yeah.
going to be eliminated. But I think we got an additional 17 or so to add on to that. So that just adds even more stakes for these competitors who may not even have known there was a second wave. So making it deep into this course is something that is even more important now.
Here goes Julian. Hasn't fallen at all yet. Gonna move forward, ready for the aerial glider. Easy
And landed
stuff.
that.
40 seconds now, ready for the flying bar.
Building up swing.
Very good.
Nice job there. Just one more transition left for that buzzer. He's got that
Very
transition.
clean.
Dismount up next. And he's landed that. Okay. And
That's going to put him into 4th place.
That is our first clear of the second wave. And the 6th, potentially? 6th? Overall. Isaac Allen will be the next competitor to start the course. And he skips that first platform on the first obstacle. That's going to save him some time. And he looks like he's going for speed here. Landed that, and wow, look at the
Not you.
here.
Oh, wow,
Isaac
dude.
Allen. But moving this fast here is going to be something that he needs to make sure that he's conscious of here, especially as it is so easy to make a mistake on these 3
Oh,
obstacles.
the
But
talent
wow.
on display. Absolutely fearless here from Isaac Allen. Gonna take a bit of time. He's got a minute left coming into the bar. He's gonna cross
10
grip.
obstacles and 30 seconds.
He's gonna
Wow.
link too.
Oh my
Isaac
God.
Allen, all guns blazing, not a care in the world. Very happy.
What? That is insane.
Absolute madness.
Wow. Never stopped moving. That
Ridiculousness.
is incredible. Now, following up that run, it's going to be Jamie Frey, 38 years old. Competed in 6 Tier 1 competitions for Season 10. So we're going to see what he's able to do coming out of Kinetic Ninja Warrior from Hawkinson, Delaware. But I am still absolutely gobsmacked by that previous run by Isaac Allen.
That was ridiculous, to be fair. Absolute madness.
Amazing. And I feel like he started out so strong by skipping that first platform there on that first obstacle. And from there, he just continued to impress. Every single obstacle he dominated on. And now Jamie Frey on that platform. Getting that countdown. Here we go.
And Jamie is off, representing Kinetic Ninja Warrior. He is off and ready, going up the ramp. Turning the hourglass to get a nice firm grip on that small slotting hole.
Now he might be going on the inside of it, and that could prove a problem. Might want to switch out to the outward one. Oh, can't connect.
He tried to switch out to the outward one, but unfortunately couldn't.
But I like the ability for him to potentially change the strategy as he's going through the obstacle. And now moving pretty quickly through this captain's wheel into the dismount. These 3 obstacles in a row, all balanced. So tricky. Jamie Frey unable to get the transition. And now we're going to go just straight over to that, onto the next obstacle, the Astro Glider. Got that.
Very well done. Is he going to try out for some of the bar tech?
Oh,
unfortunately, couldn't kip his hips up enough.
And that's going to be potentially the final run unless he gets another chance.
Oh, no. Here he goes.
Oh, he's got another chance. Revenge.
Might as well whilst you're here.
Go for it.
Oh, I put the bar in.
For a second. Peeled off, unfortunately, but still able to land both sides of that bar in the cradle for a decent amount of time. Jonathan Shrimp going to be the next one on the course. 38 years of age. Cautiously through this first obstacle. Now heading on to these hourglasses with a lot of height. Swinging around. What is he going to do here for this transition? Will he go onto the inside or opt to hang on to the corners?
Either one is optimal and or possible. Oh, tried to go sideways on it, but to no avail. He had a forward direction, and it didn't particularly go well for him when he tried to grab either side at the same time.
And Jonathan Shrimp, that is another competitor who is a victim of those hourglasses.
Very nice stuff from Jonathan Shrimp. Gonna slide down the rings right here. Still putting in some pretty good performances out here on the obstacles after his fail. How's his bar tech?
Let's see what he's able to do here. Got some confident swings so far. What's he gonna do? Oh!
Unfortunate.
That's another competitor who's going to be unable to get to the end and hit that buzzer.
Indeed so. Now the next up is going to be Kevin Halper, coming out of Somers, New York, age 24 right now, and has competed in 5 Tier 1 competitions this year. So he's got a bit of experience in the past couple months. Let's see how he's able to fare at the regional course.
And he is moving very quickly through this. I think that might be the first competitor to successfully link that transition.
Very nice there. Kevin taking the diagonal approach to the obstacle. Reaching out for... Yes, very nice.
And very quickly...
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Unfortunately slips on the agility.
Those agility barrels. Another victim of that obstacle, unable to overlook it. But Kevin Halper gonna continue to move through this course. He is dominating this bar tech so far.
Very nice linkage.
And
it would have been a
buzzer.
clear, surely, if that unfortunate fall on the balance didn't happen. Now then, next up, after we just repeat what great feats Kevin just accomplished, we have a ninja great at our presence right here. We have the Phoenix. You'll know him from American. Here we go, rising from the ashes right here, representing Philadelphia. It's Naji Richardson, people.
in the adult male division, I usually would have expected him to compete in Elite, as he's done for a few years.
Very true, but I think due to the recent setbacks he's been wanting to take from Ninja, more prioritizing coaching, and he's gone! Oh my gosh!
What?
Naji Richardson, unfortunately, fails on the hourglasses, but he's still going to put in a performance that the people know him for. Here he goes. Taking a bit of time on the
This is the Naji
balance.
Richardson we expect here. Moving
Here we
very
go.
quickly.
Very fluent through every obstacle is Naji Richardson. The Phoenix is very capable of doing some great
he's
things
another
on a
competitor who
course.
does a skip.
Skipping the board right here. Gonna go for some Bartek moves. How's he gonna fare? Let's do it.
As the Philly Phoenix, he's known to fly on bars. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he might be just going for the
Dude! Oh my gosh! Naji Richardson making me voice crack with that. Wow!
Oh, that was amazing!
Imagine if that was the clear we needed, man. That would be ridiculously fun.
So good, but unfortunately, that might just be it for his season. But what a way to end off it if that is the case.
Great stuff from Naji Richardson. Really, really happy about the fact he's actually here, you know. Neil Parker now, though, 39 years old, coming out of Reading, Connecticut.
Ooh, might have kicked that next one. Gonna have some trouble here against this next one now because it looks like there's really not a good place for him to enter onto the next hourglass. And as he pushes it down, it slowly dips back up.
Very difficult to properly get a grasp.
But will it happen again? He going down a little bit. 50 seconds left on the clock. He has been hanging for a while.
Okay there, buddy.
Whoa.
I respect the endurance he had for hanging on that for a very, very long time. But wow.
But I feel like
that was appeal.
I feel like he's gotta be gassed by now because that's taken a lot of effort to be able to hang for that long.
Absolutely.
Oh, one-handed. Did he save that? I think he was actually able to get through that obstacle. And now gets some time for his arms to rest here for a short period before returning on the barrel. Now, another balance obstacle, but he is on to the last obstacle. It's the skyhooks.
Here he goes. Flying bar time for Neil Parker. Let's go. Here we go.
One. Might want to go up. He's got that one. Okay. Just one more left.
Yes, very nice. Good stuff from Neil Parker on that final obstacle. Finishing the course in style.
Capabilities. And now, coming out of the Windsor Ninja Academy, this is going to be Ryan Lavali. He had in 10 Tier 1 competitions, so he has a lot of competitions on his side, so I feel like those pre-competition nerves are going to be a bit less severe than some of our other competitors that may compete in just one or two. Got that experience on his side.
Very nice.
Great catch there. Now heading up to the trapeze tack. God, a lot of swing. Potentially almost too much swing here, but still able to get it.
Gotta hang on there. Hold on tight.
He's got that there too.
Easy stuff there from Ryan. On a solid pace so far.
Oh, no!
Unfortunately, the balance.
The agility barrels take someone else out. And this little balance corner that this course has here is just so difficult. Any competitor who has lost time previously is just willing to take risks to make it up, but sometimes those risks just aren't paying out for these competitors.
Pretty much, but Ryan is still going to persevere through and carry on through the flying bar area of the course, and it's working for him.
And the dismount. starting line.
is going to be Sha Oshi, coming out of New York City Ninja Academy, very fast out the gate.
Sean is a lover of scary movies. This obstacle is pretty scary. Not a movie, but pretty scary. You could probably find some connections here. Sean trying to figure out the best technique here. Got both hands on one side. That works out for him so far. Now just a dismount.
Very well done there from
that.
Sean. He's also a massive pizza fan, and he also used to be a touring singer-songwriter. Interesting prospects out here for our now singer-songwriter turned ninja. And he also hosts weekly trivia around New York City, and that's honestly a pretty nice pastime.
And if he keeps his pace up, he might be able to add the question of, did Sean make it to the World Championship onto that list?
We will see very shortly.
Questions. 32 seconds left.
Nice
Going up there.
pull-up.
Nice control. Up
Very
next.
good.
Okay. Looks like he might have both hands forward. Don't want to peel. Lands it down. Okay.
Happy days there from Sha Oshi.
That was a good run.
Immense amount of character in that run. Loved it. Now then, next up on the course is one of our fellow commentators for the competitions around the WNL. It's one and only Jack the Animal TDrain.
Let's see what he's able to do. Jack, we're all rooting for you here.
He has managed to put down some fire bars on the mic throughout his time as a commentator. Let's see if he can put up a fire run at our regionals competition right here. Come on, Jack. A minute 5 coming in. No, the front tap is going to be it for Jack the Animal TDrain. Unfortunate there, but he's going to keep on moving to show us what he's all about. Seeing Jack run is always a pleasure as one of his friends.
Such a capable ninja. And he is showing that right here.
Right, going to take a
this
minute. He
brutal
knows
obstacle.
how vital some of these obstacles can be. Very nice.
And he's landed that. Now, just 3 obstacles remain. The Sparrow Slide, one of those. And now the Astro Glider. Lands that with ease. Now it is just the Skyhook Cradles left for him to face. For that next one.
Oh,
man.
unfortunately, had one of the bar sides in. Good to see Jack the Animal TDrain on the course anytime he is. Well done, mate. Hope to see you back on the mic soon.
That was an amazing run here, and now we are on to our next competitor coming out of Ninja Mania. It's going to be Tyler Wyman. 19 years old, competed in 10 competitions. And the competitor making it to that double digits. And it looks like that experience is showing off very much right here. Look at that length.
Impeccable link right there from Tyler Wyman. Gonna get that diagonal swing. Turn around on the discs right there. The captain's wheel, not a problem for T.
Minute 8 left. He is going very fast, but gotta make sure that he has control here on these balance obstacles. So easy to make a mistake. Tyler Wyman not having that happen yet.
Nice pop through those rings. Now it's the flying bar.
And he is on a great pace so far. There's a good chance that he might be able to beat Isaac's time if he keeps this up. But it's going to be close.
There we go. First place for Tyler Wyman. 43 seconds. Very well deserved.
He actually got second.
Yes, indeed. Wait, did I say first?
You said first.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I definitely meant second in my mind.
Yeah, Isaac keeping that first place position, but not by that much. Only by, I think, like 5 seconds. But we are now into those final 5 competitors, starting off with Brady Butler.
Repping the mask as well in the Big 25. I like to see the difference we see sometimes. It's been a while since I've seen a mask, but I appreciate the repping.
Yeah, I feel like the last time that I saw a mask was honestly just 2021 during the Season 6 championships. That was the last time I recall seeing any.
That's wild, dude. I have a couple friends who wore them up until like the end of 2022, but it's different for everyone, you know?
Yeah. But still, it is very good to see some of these competitors prioritizing their health.
Absolutely,
Sport
and
like
just for
ninja.
style as well. It might not be required
some of these
nowadays, but
masks
for style, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, some of them look sick. Like, imagine being able to dominate a course while also being able to wear a mask. And masks usually restrict breathing, so to have essentially kind of, in a way, a disadvantage.
Okay
and
then,
just
right then,
dominate.
Brady. I see
Wow.
you, dude. Absolutely crazy.
Whoa. This
Kind
has
of
been a run to look out for.
Bro, this is reminiscent of a vintage Flip Rodriguez at this point. Brady Butler looking
this is
for
what
a
I've been
fast
talking
time.
about. Wow. Young Flip right here, potentially.
He's back,
Wow,
guys.
he did like it. Whoa. Okay.
Brady Butler coming in second place.
38. By
Just
under a second.
Wow.
9/800ths of a second.
That's wild, bro. Oh my gosh.
That
Right then.
was impressive.
Moving into our final
now-
four. It is going to be Kyle Rhea now. Right then. Started Ninja about 7 years ago in 2018. Has done 12 competitions for season 10. He's a 20-year-old college student at Rider University, a 3-time WNL World Finalist, so knows what's to be expected at regional. He has gone for Premier Series twice, qualified. He was a top 3 athlete in last year's Northeast region for last year and the year before for seasons 8 and 9. Top 10 in the adults division for said years as well. 15 podiums in his career, and is also a head-to-head champion. Head-to-head championship finalist. So Kyle definitely has a lot of accolades to his name and is showing us why.
Yeah, and going head-to-head, that is something that isn't really that talked about in Ninja. I feel like it's kind of forgotten about, but you're going against someone that you potentially never have raced before, so that adds another element here that honestly changes the Ninja forever once you start getting into it, because you start thinking about how much you can improve speed once you're against someone else.
Pretty
Kyle
much.
We are doing so good here. Wow. Hit that buzzer.
Great stuff there.
Right there. That was super smooth right there. And there have been so many clears. I feel like we had to have had at least 10 minutes.
It's been over 10, surely, from all the recent stuff we've seen too. Now then, final 3, we are moving into Frank Kinones.
And kind of caught up here, it looks like, potentially. But he's making it work here. Getting onto that second one, just barely. Frank heading to the dismount platform. Going down. Landed
Nice
that
dismount.
just barely. Wow. And got good wingspan here. And going straight into the agility barrels.
Oh
no!
my goodness me! What was that? Cartwheel on a regional
That was
flow
a-
course.
But unfortunately, that amazing move there will not count as an obstacle clear.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Frank has a lot of style, evidently. What's he gonna do here?
Oh,
no!
unfortunate there.
Yeah, just looking at
That was
cartwheel,
funny.
that
The
is
style points on that
epic.
are ridiculous.
That's amazing. Now, 2 competitors remain. AJ and Adelaide. Next competitor comes from Urban Playground in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Building up that swing.
Here goes AJ now building up some sideways momentum, but unfortunately can't get the grab.
Ah, fortunate. Now we're just going to see him continuously move through this course. And going to keep going.
Very nice stuff from AJ so far, representing
through
the
the
urban
juicer.
playground. Moving down those rings, sliding across. Okay, unfortunately doesn't make that. But here comes the flying bar. Nice.
Just the dismount left, and that was smooth.
Love to see it.
Now we have just one competitor left in this division. Wants to be one of the competitors vying for the top 16. He has the most perspective out of any competitor to run so far. It is Matthew Pankro out of Norwood, New Jersey. 30 years old, competed in 15 Season 10 Tier 1 competitions. That is an impressive streak to have.
A lot of experience riding in those 15 competitions as well. Hopefully it's paying off. Yes, there we go. That grab has been made. Gonna have to pick up a bit of the pace now if he's looking for a clear.
But a clear still is very much possible from him. Matthew Pankro against that dismount, stepping straight into this obstacle. Going straight into him. Not stopping.
Very nice from Matthew Pankro. Representing Empire Ninja very well.
Helping. 2 obstacles left.
Nice maneuvers from Matthew so far. Got a bit of time, but unfortunately whiffs the bar.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ouch.
Oh, and sets it back up.
Have a bit of time. Yeah, do it. Link it.
Redemption.
Bosh,
Oh,
there we go.
wow.
Right up to the top.
And he
Good
lands
stuff
it.
from Matthew Pankro.
That's one of the worst feelings in Ninja, failing an obstacle and then immediately complete it right after. Unfortunate for Matthew Pankro. But that closes out our division here for the adult male in the flow course for the regional championship for the World Ninja League Season 10.
Indeed so. It's been a very, very fun time to see all these adult males take on the flow course here today. From Jamie Dayhuff and Billy Dixon, we will see you later for the elite male division,
which should be starting at approximately 8:27.
I mean, you're gonna need it again for Milo. She's up next.
Celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films. We're celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles. fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
You. Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
at home. Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use. Make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles.
Has this ever
Fish
happened to you? Where's my truck at?
Hello everybody and welcome back to the World Ninja League Regional Northeast Tier 1 competition. I am one of your hosts today, Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Jamie Dayhuff, and we are here to commentate for the Elite Male Division.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here, Billy. We have been seeing a lot of competitors throughout the last few hours. Some, of course, very similar to this. We have had the adult male competitors most recently, and that course was definitely incredibly difficult.
Good job, Sarah.
Indeed so. We saw a lot of varying results across the course, but now it is time for one of the most sought-after categories in our entire league, the Elite Male Division, with many big names, including our one and only 2024 World Ninja League Elite Male World Champion, Jackson Erdos. Very happy to have the big JE in the building, along with many favorites such as Tom Alberti, who managed to get third place, Will Schlageter, owner and course designer from Stanford Ninja Academy's Premier Series, Charlie Ball, who is just an all-around god at everything ninja, sponsored by DGS, and another DGS-sponsored athlete out here is also Joe Capo.
Now, I think what I'm most excited for in this division is to see the changes that have been made from the adult male to the elite male, because I'm confident that there's going to be some crazy changes here.
There will be at some points, because for the courses that we've had already today for the adult females, elite females, and the adult males, they are pretty difficult for those categories, but the elite males could just dog walk it. It would be amazing to see them on that. But, of course, things have to be changed in order for all of these guys to have an actual challenge within our flow course, you know? That's just how it is.
And I feel like one of those challenges is most definitely going to be a time limit. I think we could see the time limit be a minute. Just a minute.
That's definitely a possibility.
60 seconds for 11 obstacles.
That's possible. It's a possibility. Many things are possible when it's elite males, I'll tell you.
And I feel like we could see some skips that we've seen earlier.
Very true. However, though, we have to give a shout out to all of these incredible gyms. All of these gyms have held qualifiers throughout our season, which have gathered a bunch of these athletes ready for our regional championships.
Yeah, these gyms include New York Ninja Academy, Center for Training, Grit Ninja, Gravity Forge, High Exposure, amongst every other one here, and potentially even more. And these competitors are going to be from the Northeast Division. This is just one of many divisions that we're going to be having. And today, the 29 competitors competing will be vying for the top 16 spots. So whoever's able to make it the farthest, the fastest, and make it to the top 16 will be getting on to the World Championship in just a little over a month.
It is very tight competition to just knock out 15 athletes like that. It doesn't, no, 14, sorry. Wait, what?
No, it's 13.
13. My maths is ridiculous. It's 1 in the morning. I apologize. Yeah, whittling out 13 people like that is ridiculous, but it's just what has to be done out here for our elite male division. So I'm excited to see what competition is brung to all of our guys here ready to take on our courses.
Yeah, these courses are going to be so deadly. We've seen a lot of competitors struggle, especially with that third obstacle, the hourglasses. So I can only imagine how much the elite males are going to struggle, because I'm assuming that gap between the hourglasses is going to be increased.
That's a possibility. We could get even fewer or more little turbo roll-esque type things. We could have looser barrels on the little rolling hill they've got, and the flying bar can be adjusted. There are a lot of possibilities within this course, okay? All of the obstacle names seem to be remaining the same, though, so we don't know anything just yet.
Now, something that I do want to point out is the balance obstacles in 6, 7, and 8. That's agility barrels, U-turn, and juicer. Having those obstacles be placed back to back to back has been proven to be such a challenge for a lot of our competitors, because once you get tripped up on one, you pretty much get tripped up on the next one and every single succeeding one. And wow, look at this. There is just one right there. This
Incredible
is
stuff
incredible
there.
So far.
We had a little course test from Matt Bradley,
Ooh,
and now
there's
we've got
that's why
a
it's called the
little.
barrel slide.
We've got a punching bag that our guys have to run
Ooh,
across
it's
two skates,
Yo!
and we've got the
sick.
little.
Potentially,
Wow.
It's not a lightning bolt, but it's a fixed lightning bolt. That's the best way to describe
Fixed
it.
lightning bolt flying bar type maneuvers at the end. It is ridiculous too. We're in for a treat, guys. 29 athletes going down to 16 definitely is up to standards for our
The
league
stakes.
right here.
Stakes cannot be higher here. And that tester flew through the course so quickly. I think that we could see a 60-second time there.
We absolutely can.
Maybe even 55. Like, if I'm being so honest, I could legitimately see it happen. And now we have some
Even
more
then,
competitors.
for some of our
looking
athletes,
at it.
I don't think a time limit's going to matter. It just depends on how fast they're able to get through the course as opposed to the other guys.
Yeah, and I think the fastest overall time has been 37 seconds.
And that was with a different course as well that might have taken a little less time to complete. So we will see if any of our elite males are up to the task of getting the fastest time on the course.
They're going to be zooming, we know that for sure. I feel like Captain's Wheel, that might be the first trouble obstacle that competitors will have so far. Because since there's only one wheel, you're going to need to launch yourself on that first possible rotation, and if you don't land that immediately, that is going to be a lot of time where you hang and trying to regroup yourself.
Very true. Definitely a lot of technique mentally that can play into stuff. Also, shout out to Joe Meisner, who was our second runner for that demo run. So shout out to both Joe Meisner and our other tester, which was Matt Bradley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so shout outs to Matt Bradley and Joe Meisner for helping us out with the demos. So now we can see all of our elite males warming up, taking a bit of time to properly make sure that they can have a solid plan going into this course to try and get the best possible outcome for them. All of these guys are desperate for that top 16 spot. We are going to have to see who really wants it and the final result at the end of this competition.
Yeah, one mistake might just be enough to end so many runs here.
The thing is, Jamie, we have a lot of incredible competitors out here, but it's really difficult to try and pinpoint who will be the fastest in the grand scheme because there are a lot of different people who are able to go rapid fast on courses like this. Who do you think might be your top pick?
Honestly, I'm not that sure. Like, we are just coming off of one of the most heavy Ninja versus Ninja times of our life with the head-to-head championship and just a lot of Ninja Warrior formats around the world being so focused on Ninja versus Ninja. So speed being such a focus for a lot of these competitors, that's something that really hasn't been that much of a consideration in past years, as much as it has. So honestly, I don't really know who could take this.
It's very, very difficult to call, obviously. My money is either on Charlie Ball or Tom Alberti, personally. Jackson Erdos is definitely a shout too, considering his championship status. And we have a bunch of others. I think Alex Fordor can definitely pull out an upset if he tries. Same with Nick Warren, Sebastian Ramos. So many names to just look at and pretty much idolize within this course, to be honest.
Yeah, all these competitors are so good, and it's going to be so heartbreaking seeing 13 of them just not be able to make it.
Very true.
They have been fighting for this for so long. One mistake, and it could potentially be over for them.
One thing I noticed,
these competitors. You can see just the camaraderie in a lot of these competitors. Some of them looking like they're trying to figure out the best way to attack some of these obstacles. And now, looks like there might be a signal back for it is our time for our first competitor to begin the course. First competitor out of this elite male division. We only have one wave. This will be Mason Troutman, 24 years old. He will be setting the blueprint for the remaining competitors on this very difficult course. A lot of these obstacles, many competitors have not attempted, at least in some severity. So I'm excited to see what these competitors can do and how they're able to adapt on the fly.
I am also very excited for that too. Also to note, after Mason is going to be Joe Capper. Now, if you remember earlier, another one of our DGS sponsors, Abby Clark, ran in the elite female division first, and she unfortunately had a slip up on the agility balance obstacles because they started to roll as if they were sort of turbo rolls from last year's championship. So I'm wondering if Joe Capper is going to be able to avenge her at all, and if not, then it might be Charlie Ball. But it looks like we are now off and running to the races. Ladies and gentlemen, the elite male division is off with Mason Troutman first off here.
Oh wow, and it looks like it is, might be 55 seconds, might be a minute. Oh no, what?
Oh!
First competitor
Mason
out.
is unfortunately going to go out pretty early here. Going to build up a lot of swinging, though, in order to make it all
he
the
tried
way.
to
The
skip
fingers
it.
were there. Going to carry on through.
Wow, and these elite competitors just showing how it is done here. They are not afraid to take big risks here and swing big. Mason Troutman, very much a clear example of that. And he is moving incredibly fast.
Here goes Mason, trying to set the example for these fixed lightning bolts. And there's already 6 seconds left, even considering the fails. There is no time to rest on this course whatsoever. You've got to go full pelt with everything here. It's ridiculous. But well done to Mason right there. And we are now moving on to another one of our DGS sponsors out here. It's going to be Joe Capo as a sponsored athlete. You can see Abby Clark on the sideline with the chalk. Joe ready to put in a solid performance out here for everyone throughout the elite divisions.
Yeah, we know that they've definitely had talks about those, I believe they were called cylinders. And now here we go, Joe Capo. Going very quickly. Oh, a bit of a wonky attempt there, but able to get through there still. And now on to the third obstacle. Fourth obstacle, actually, my apologies.
Here goes Joe. Got to get a nice little dismount there. Coming in.
Here we go,
to
agility
the
barrels.
spinning logs.
Got it.
Going across. Easy stuff. Grabbing on.
And 30 seconds left. He is in a good pace to become the first clear, just a second runner.
Ooh, a little
he
bit of
saved it.
mishap on the
Wow.
balance there. But 20
was
seconds
epic.
now.
Oh,
Coming
he's gonna
in.
like it.
Very nice linkage there. Everyone, Joe Capo is our first buzzer of the elite
That
male
was
division. What a
insane.
time.
And he almost didn't make it, but somehow he's able to reroute that momentum and get himself out of harm's way. And once he made it to the sky hooks, it was smooth sailing. He was in the zone by that point. And yeah, 2 competitors have already ran. One of them is cleared, so this has been already a pretty crazy division. And honestly, I honestly do not think that Joe was moving in as fast as he possibly could. I feel like there's a lot of competitors who could go a lot faster, and that's crazy because he cleared insanely quickly, about 15 seconds left.
Indeed, so now then we have Caleb Stroll, age 22, coming out of New Jersey, representing the elite male division out here.
Ooh, taking 2
Bit
turns.
hung up.
3. Ooh, this
Might
is what
want
I'm
to start
talking about.
evening out those hands.
Captain's wheel, this obstacle, as I was saying earlier, could be the make or break because once you get caught up and you cannot find a path out, this is when the time will start eating down on you, especially with 1 minute to get to that buzzer. And yeah,
Caleb
he is stuck in no man's land right now. Caleb Stroll.
He's not giving up. He is trying his hardest. With 10 seconds left, he's trying to even it out, but he's got too much momentum going to the left side. So that means he's just going to keep turning
And
left, and
that's
unfortunately time runs out on him.
Ugh.
Unfortunate stuff
Fail
there.
scroll, unfortunate.
Demonstrated some great speed earlier on, but unfortunately got a bit caught up there on those wheels. The thing that I'm starting to notice about this course as well is that it's basically testing the essential fundamentals that a ninja must have. So you can see this floor course as kind of brushing up on the basics, almost ready for these elite ninjas to take on the world championships, and trying to weed out the weak in a way to make sure the best are truly getting through. Oh no, Ryan Guild tried to link the first move, it looked like. But unfortunately, he's taking another tumble. Ryan's just going to try and move forward throughout the remaining obstacles to see what kind of a result he can get in his own right.
These elite competitors are not afraid to make big moves here and truly just throw their bodies into anything. And that results in great runs, but also unpredictable runs right here with Ryan. But still, these competitors are consistent on bar tech.
Very good stuff from Ryan. Very speedy within the last half of that run, which counts to him.
And yeah, only one competitor has finished so far, Joe Kappa.
Indeed so. Hopefully our next competitor, Carter Lamb, can be our second clear, representing Smithtown, New York, ready to make a move.
Let's see if he is able to learn from the previous competitor's mistakes. Going swiftly, okay. These hourglasses, very much a large threat for all competitors here. What will he do? Going for it. Landed that. Okay.
Got a very nice sideward grab there. Got to realign himself ready. It seems like that platform is a bit of a curve. He's going to go straight for the Lachey. Nope, he's going to take the platform.
Oh, wow.
And build up some momentum to get down safely.
And Carter Lamb moving quickly through this. Now onto the barrel. Nicely landed that as well.
Very, very close there. Hasn't fallen yet, but unfortunately a foot tap is what's going to do him for today. Going to keep on moving forward, though. The bar is still in his hands. He's going to make another jump for it.
Let's see what he can do here as those lights start blaring. Oh, I can't get it still.
Yeah.
Unfortunate stuff there for Carter Lamb, but displayed some incredible speed early on, and that was incredible. Now then, everybody, it is time for one of the fastest ninjas and one of the most underrated ninjas in the entire elite male division, in my opinion. It's Charlie Ball. This guy is on the same type of echelon as Abby Clark and Joe Cappo as a sponsored DGS athlete, and he has deserved that title a lot. You will see his speed and dexterity is unmatched. It's ridiculous.
All right, Billy, I'm pretty much going to let you lead this one because you seem to have a lot of passion here for Carter Lamb. I'm excited to see what he's able to turn out here.
Charlie Ball right now getting ready to make sure he puts up an incredible performance. Definitely one to watch if he were to make it through to the World Championships, which I have no doubt that he is up there with one of the guys who can absolutely do it.
But still, only one finisher so far, so this course, not the easiest one in the book. Gotta stay focused here. With his speed, I worry that he might make a simple mistake, especially on the 3 balance obstacles in a row. Those obstacles being succeeded in a row is just that would be such a cruel way to go out, because if you slip once, that will be it. But here we go, Charlie Ball. Balling on this course. Wow!
Charlie spends a lot of time in the gym making sure that he brushes up on every technique in the book, and it's paying off very well. Even for the basic fundamentals that this course requires, he is going ridiculous. The skating is going to be his downfall, though. Charlie Ball, unfortunately, goes out on the skateboards, but he's going to link those flying bars, getting the buzzer at the end. Okay, then. That's interesting.
Charlie Ball. Right there, loses that control, unfortunately. Wow. And now up next is someone that's almost twice his age. This is William Slagater.
Will Schlageter is a very popular name nowadays, definitely grown in the ranks of some of people's favorite ninjas, especially within this region. Very famous for making up some incredible obstacles at Stanford Ninja Academy. Coaches there as well, has some incredible stuff built there, and is just an incredible ninja overall. And he is off.
Looking to become clear. Number 2. Oh, wow.
All
Kinda
right.
slams his face into the ramp run, but doesn't look that phased by it. Oh, never mind. He looks like he's taking a lot of swings here. That's definitely something that's not good for as restrictive a course as this, but got through it. 20 seconds down the drain, it looks like.
I'm not too sure if Will's just a bit nervous or anything. That's definitely unlike his character. He's usually one of the most charismatic ninjas we have to offer out here in the World Ninja League. He's going to take his time over those rollers. Very nice. Climbing up the bigger barrels. Clenching on to the punching bag, making his way down to safety.
Ooh,
might want to get a
swing.
possibly get a pushback off of the bag.
Got
Okay,
it, though.
that works.
But look at that time. He is running low.
Will Schlageter
gotta
is
go.
definitely able to link stuff if he
Get it,
Supermans
get it,
this
get it,
now.
go, go, go.
Possibly. Come on, no. Only one move away.
No!
Oh, Will.
Oh, man. Unable to pull it off.
I think if he wiped down his shoes before his run, he could have cleared, because I think it was that slip at the ramp at the beginning that might have cost him.
I think I
Unfortunate
might
there
just
for
thrown him
Will
off.
Schlageter. But
Start
so
off being
far,
off.
out of the competitors that have ran, he's definitely at the top half. For now, that's pretty good. Later on, we will see. Lucio Batista is next up, age 34, coming out of New York. Let's see what he's got in store for us. Coming into the hourglasses.
Oh, and he's got great wingspan here. Able to just go with a 1-2 punch. And now, hence that dismount. Got that as well. But he has been taking a lot of time here to really line these obstacles up. And while that is very good to make sure that you stay in line, this is not good with as strict of a time limit as there is. Now, 30
Typically,
seconds left.
when you have a disc like this, you're able to quickly recover yourself. Yeah, but that's the problem. These wheels today just seem to be incredibly loose, to the fact where it's really difficult to properly align yourself because of how loose and thin they are. And Lucio is definitely not getting the good end of the stick right here. With 10 seconds left, he's going to try and throw himself to the wheel. Unfortunately, no.
And that's the second competitor in this division who's got in trouble there with that captain's wheel there. Future competitors need to take note of this and try and go on that first spin. But now we're on to our next competitor. This is going to be Nicholas Rolick.
Otherwise known as Ninja Nick. He has competed in 6 Tier 1 competitions this season and is age 27, coming out of New York. Definitely wanting to put in a solid performance to get himself into a good spot against the other competitors to get into that top 16 for our regional athletes to qualify for Worlds.
Yeah, and he's got a good start so far, got a lot of swing. Might want to start going for that transition here soon. Don't want to waste too much time with these back swings. Oh no!
Oh, but the peel for Nick, unfortunately, is going to get him here. Going to take that diagonal swing to the angle one there. Oh, very nice. The arms were fully extended.
He is showing why he's in the elite division. He, aside from that minor slip up, is making this course look easy so far.
He absolutely is.
Going
Still on pace to clear.
one-handed. Wow. Who can't get that second one, though, unfortunately.
Gonna go off on those little skateboards as well, but he's going to link these flying bars, but unfortunately the bar just goes a tiny bit crooked, not allowing him to stick it fully. But well done, Nicholas.
Now, that gap between the two astrogliders, I think that's going to be something that a lot of our later competitors are going to need to look out for. That gap, once it stops, competitors can start tripping up, just like that. So it might be a while until we see another clear.
We will just have to wait and see, I suppose. Now then, Joseph Saville is next up, coming out of the Movement Lab in New Jersey. Spends a lot of time in there perfecting on his fundamentals. Definitely a name that some will recognize due to his incredible skills, such as that.
And moving very good so far. Oh, wow. Never mind. I thought he might have gone for the skip right there, but didn't.
Oh, no!
Whoa,
It
is he
seems like
alright?
I think he's injured his knee on the
Oh.
dismount there. Unfortunately, Peel definitely
No.
seems to be in a bit of pain.
Yikes. That's so unfortunate. Joseph Saville, such another strong competitor, unable to get to the end of this course. Joe Capo remaining the only one to hit that buzzer. And
We've got the
I
team
hope he's
looking
alright.
after Joe at the minute. Hopefully he's okay to still move. Unfortunate peel out as well. Something like that, you just kind of have to go for it when you're under a bit of pressure on a course like this with a short time limit. Elite ninjas are up against you. You got to go for things, but unfortunately he got the worst possible outcome. Ah,
Yeah.
man.
Everyone looks like we're going to be potentially heading back soon. Never mind. Our potential next competitor should be heading up to the starting line soon. Now, that next competitor is going to be James Sinella.
James Sinella is a name that a lot of you guys will be recognizing, especially amongst the more modern ninja community as a whole. He's been going to a bunch of massive competitions where a lot of the best ninjas just compete, and you will see the name of James Sinella just, and there is a reason why.
He is just that good.
And that is because in one of his divisions in 2021, he was the world champion for the National Ninja League back then. Comes out of center court as well. One of the greatest ninjas we have to offer overall in terms of massive legacy within a bunch of divisions.
And that's crazy. That's crazy to think because he is just 19 years old. To just have multiple years under his belt, just consistently great performances. So I know that he wants to continue that here and become clear number 2. But this course is just so tricky to be able to figure out. And we will be getting to James Sinella's run momentarily. We will be right back.
All right then, everybody, welcome back to the WNL Northeast Regional World Qualifier for Tier 1. We are now moving on to James Sinella coming out of center court. He is one of the greatest ninjas we have to offer in the WNL. In his division in 2021, he became the world champion, and it's clear to see why.
He is just striding through this. And I think he might have skipped a few of those agility barrels. And he's
Definitely.
going so fast.
Okay.
He skipped the
James.
Wow.
James Sinella gonna basically
crash
Superman
landing.
his way through. Very nice there. Gonna put him into first place by over
Time
16
limit.
seconds. Well done, dude.
That's insane. Through 11 obstacles in 27 seconds, James Sinella. Left to run. That should guarantee him a spot in the World Championship.
It definitely depends on everyone else as we now move on to Tim Dexter. He's competed in 4 Tier 1 competitions for the season. Coming out of Pennsylvania, he's age 27. Very excited to see how our boy Tim does here today.
Here we go, 1 minute on the clock.
You can see him
Now it looks like he's
skipping
gonna
a
be taking
couple
more
of
of a
steps
cautious
at the
approach.
beginning there.
Now, compared to the run that we just saw with James, Tim looks like he's more focused on just getting through every single obstacle one by one, and that is a smart strategy, and it looks like he's keeping that pace up as well. Look at that! Oh, but he's getting caught up here, Tim Dexter. Gotta figure out a way to get out of this bad situation here. We've seen two competitors struggling here. One time up, one go for when the klaxon was sounding. Tim Dexter might be the third to fall into this unfortunate predicament.
Yeah, the really light obstacle right here, definitely difficult to straighten yourself out when it's at when it's on a mechanism such as this. You'll just find yourself spinning with no way out, and that's unfortunate for Tim.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Gonna take another try at those rollers just to be safe.
A bunny hop potentially?
Excuse me? Wow. All right, John. All right. Tim takes a bit of a stumble there, but he's going to carry on through, grabbing that bag. Unfortunately, whiffs the ring, and that's going to do him. Unfortunate run there. Unlucky.
That's really unfortunate here. Still, 2 clears this course. So brutal. Now up next is going to be a Mazea Andrade. Now at the Gravity Forge. Hamilton, New Jersey.
The Gravity Forge is home to some of the greatest ninjas in the world, including Jackson Erdos, who we'll get to momentarily. But it's also home to Mazea out here. And he's making sure that his name is known, and it's clear to see why. Look at these bounds through these wheels, through the agility. Okay, using the back of the step there to pull himself forward. Nice recovery right then. Nice recovery there as well. Loving this.
Bunny hopping through that obstacle. Now, just one obstacle left. 30 seconds left. These competitors so comfortable on the Skyhook Cradle Spartak. So many of these competitors' specialties here. So once they make it to that point, it doesn't matter how much time they have left. They are just flying through that. Wow.
It's an incredible feat, realistically, to clear a course like this without making that many mistakes. Like, realistically, Mazea was able to clear, but it wasn't the cleanest. But regardless, it's at the end of the day, it's your time that matters in the overall result. Now then, Aiden Kopinger, another name that many of you may recognize in the modern times of Ninja. Age 17, 5 competitions this season, coming out of New Jersey and the Movement Lab within New Jersey.
Going very quickly here. Look at the air type here out of Aiden Kopinger. He is just moving with a mission here to get to the end of that course. Ooh,
gonna take a bit of a backswing to ensure himself safe. Very nice. Hopping across those boards.
That's something that's so risky to do on something that's so unstable. And now
Superman type move, but the bar wasn't far forward in order to lock it in, which is unfortunate for Aiden. 4th place, though, at this point in the competition is still very good.
Yeah, and I feel like that gives him a pretty good chance of advancing to the World Championship.
Definitely up there with one of the guys. I think this is a solid top 5 to move on so far. Definitely depends on how the rest of them do. With some big names to come, everything can definitely change.
Now, coming out of New York City Ninja, this is going to be John Sapienza. We're going to see what he's able to do. 17 years old. Competed in 7 Tier 1 competitions. Got a lot of competitions here, so knows what to expect here as he's getting ready to start on this run.
It's also worth noting that with 15 more people left, James Sinella has officially qualified for Worlds or has gotten to the next part of it. Now then, John is hoping to join him within that group with 41 seconds left coming into the discs. No! Unfortunately, his hips weren't able to be kipped high enough or far enough. And the trip up on the rolls as well.
And that obstacle, it's just, I think that's the first example that we've had so far of a competitor not getting caught up by not getting caught by the wheel, but actually by the transition itself, because every competitor who's been able to make that transition has been able to stick onto the following wheel.
Bar
John
goes
Sapienza.
crooked, but he's going to keep on trying, though. Nice little
He's doing
regular
good so
hop
far.
there. Unfortunately,
connect,
can't keep his
unfortunately.
hips far enough.
And with that, we're on to our next competitor run. This is going to be Brody Meisner. On that starting line. Now,
Brody is
East
another one of
Green
those
Rush,
really
New Jersey.
good New York teens.
So let's see what he's able to do. Coming out of Ninja Labs, can he concoct a winning strategy here? Moving very quickly. Got a lot of power. But now this obstacle, got to get a lot of swing here. That was smart though. Releasing with one hand so that way he could generate a lot more distance. Now Brody Meisner very quickly towards the end of the course. But caught up trying to get this dismount. 2 obstacles left. These Astro Gliders can't be overlooked. Now it's just the Skyhook Cradles that are left for him. And he's going for it!
Oh, very close there. Brody, though, at the top half of the leaderboard at this point in the competition. Very, very good to be in such a position. Very, very good run otherwise, though.
Yeah, as more of these competitors start to run, it's just that pressure of being able to get into that top 16, because as we keep going on, I think we've surpassed 16 we've surpassed 16 by this point, so some competitors have started to become eliminated from this competition, unfortunately. Darian Bennett coming up next does not want to be one of those competitors eliminated, so he's going to need to put up a great run here.
Even though I didn't clear, I
Coming out of
cleared.
New York City Ninja Academy. Very excited to see how Darian is going to affect the leaderboards out here. Hopefully we can get another one of our clears right here.
Moving very quickly so far. However, struggling to get some traction there on that board, but still moving pretty quickly. And swiftly through
A
Captain's
lot
wheels.
of power
Whoa!
in his moves,
Ooh,
but
did
is
he
he
save
okay?
it? Is he still in? Is he still in?
Yes, he's safe. He has not fallen.
Yes, wow!
His feet only touch the log.
That is impressive right there. But now he's got to make up a lot of time. 24 seconds left. Crunch time is here. Darian Bennett knows he's got to keep moving. 33 years old. Moving quickly. Gotta get to the end. 15 seconds left. Oh,
Okay, the
touch.
foot tap.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
wait,
saved,
okay,
he's saved, he's
incidental
saved.
touch.
11
Incidental
seconds left,
touch is all
okay.
well and good.
All right, he's got to go here. Will he be able to make it? Gotta look at here. Come on, Darian. Oh.
Unfortunately, the left side is going to be it. But okay, ninja works.
But that was a run full of scares here. Darian Bennett, just absolutely amazing. Just showing problem solving at its finest. Unable to get through the course, but still, what a great run. Now it says that he finished, it looks like.
I think that's an error on the timing system.
But as they presumably fix up that, we are getting ready to get onto our next competitor, who Billy knows all too well.
Tom Alberti was able to get 3rd place at the WNL World Championships last year, clearing the turbo rolls, stage 1 as a whole and stage 2 as a whole. One of the greatest ninjas ever to be in the sport, period. It's really, really great to have Tom out here at this competition. Gone to Premier Series as well. Has everything underneath his belt. One of the most experienced ninjas in America when it comes to just every type of competition you can play at.
Yeah, it looks like he's on that starting line right now. Let's see what he's able to do.
Important to note that Jackson Erdos is also after Tom Alberti in terms of the run order. The #1 finisher of the championships last year made it to the final obstacle of stage 3.
We got 13 competitors, no, actually 12 competitors left on this course. All of them want to get on to that top 16, but a lot of these competitors setting up great runs here on this flow course. But flow courses, they are just so unique in design because once you fall, that's it. You can still attempt the rest of the obstacles if you want to, but that really has no effect on how you're going to do. And this is also just one piece of the puzzle. You still got the challenge course, which a lot of these competitors have already ran. So this is the deciding run for a lot of these competitors on how they're going to perform if they're going to be able to make it to Worlds. And Tom Alberti, here we go.
Tom is also a creator of obstacles with his company of 111 Obstacles. Be sure to give him a check out if you like some really great obstacles manufactured by ninjas for ninjas. Tom Alberti, a regular at Hamden Ninja Academy. Really excited to see how he can fare on this final obstacle. Little Superman move. Could have set up a link there, but Tom Alberti, 25 seconds left. Gonna put him into second, right behind James Sinella and right in front of...
And Mazea. All right, but here we go. This might be the most anticipated run of the night. When he's moving strong, he is gunning for that top time. Yeah, he's got a lot of time. All right, 38 seconds left. He might be able to get it. Go, go, go. And he's got that. Wow. Jackson Arados. Yeah, that might be enough for him to take home first in this slow course. And who better than Jackson to get that one? Wow, that's insane just to see these ninjas fly through obstacle after obstacle in less than 30 seconds. Graham Ogden, we're going to see what he is able to do. Competed in 9 Tier 1 competitions this year. 15 years of age, one of the youngest competitors in this division, but has certainly earned his place here. Look at this technique so far. Moving so quickly. Oh, but touches down! Ooh, peels off! Just should have had switch grip there. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he is able to do on this course. With the amount of clears, the clear numbers are starting to pick up here. It is more important to get deeper onto the course than ever before. Connecting that to this mount. Ooh, it takes some time there on the little bit of that tack, but still able to get through pretty quickly. Focusing on clearing is just as important on focusing on staying consistent. Zachary Burkholder having both right now, half the time on the left, one obstacle. And he's got that! That's a very good run so far. We just got 8 competitors left after this in this division. 21 have ran so far. We have seen many clears. Alex Border, next competitor, to get his shot at this regionals course for the World Ninja League Tier 1 Season 10. Ooh, had to slip. And we're going to see if he's able to make it to that point. Oh, no! Oh, Alex. And that lands him in 14th place. So that is not a good place to be. And that risks him not being able to make it, honestly. Oh, it's... Yeah, most definitely. Now, we are down to just a few competitors left in this division for the Elite Male Flow course. Comes to an end for the regionals. Up next is going to be Austin Pritchard, 28 years old, one of the older competitors here, competed in 12 Tier 1 competitions, so he definitely knows his way around a few obstacles. Ooh! Didn't work out. And yeah, he is just moving very quickly. Aside from that minor slip up earlier in his run, he has been doing great. Just 2 obstacles remain. We might be looking at our next clear here. Oh no! Oh, I can't get it there either. And he is moving confidently through that with a bit of a one-handed lâché. And he is just swiftly through it. But oh, he's getting caught up. Can he save it? Oh, he saved that. That's the first recovery we've seen. Jacob Arnstein. Now in a similar one here. Get to that dismount. There we go. Okay. Ooh, goes for a little bit of a skip. But works out. And that's another clear. How many clears in total have we had? 6, 7, 8? Here we go. 1 minute. Now, it's taking some time here. Might have wanted to go static, but didn't work out for him here. Sebastian Ramos swinging back and forth here. Almost 20 seconds down the drain. Got 8 obstacles left for him to face. So let's see what he is able to do here. 24 years of age, coming out of New York, New York. Half of the time limit left. Final 3 obstacles left. Ooh! Now this is going to be an interesting situation here. Take some time, wait it out. Oh no! Can't finish it! Gonna go for another shot here. And still can't get it. Nick Warren's gonna be our next competitor up on the course, 15 years of age, entering these final 4 competitors. 25 half ran. Now to Gravity Forge. in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Getting the countdown. Here we go. And he is going very quickly right now. So smooth, so nimble. But gotta make sure he doesn't make a mistake here. What's he gonna go for here? One-handed! Able to make it work. All right. And now heading on to his last obstacle.
Nick Warren taking in a bunch of good links there. Very nice.
And he's able to get to the end of that. And now that's been great. We are seeing clear after clear now by this point. These competitors truly starting to find their rhythm here as we enter the final 3 competitors. So it's truly anyone's game. Jackson Arido is still in the lead with his insane 24 seconds, but there's a good chance that Kai, Fars, or Liam, these final 3 competitors, could take that from him. Just gotta make sure that they move with a great pace here. And I like what I see out of Kai there. He had a very good free there, and that allows him to move into these next few obstacles with a lot of confidence. And now Captain's Wheel got that as well. And just continuing to move through this little balanced trio with a little bit of a stumble, but still able to keep his composure, making sure that you stay calm and composed when struggling, and not letting that panic overside is so important here. 24 seconds left. What is he able to do here?
You can see
31
Kai
years old, gets that
making his
buzzer.
way through
He's
to the
it.
end. 7th place. Very nice.
Alright. And that is back-to-back finishes here. Let's see if our next competitor, Fars Ayub, can come the 3rd in a row. I don't think we've had a single competitor. Yeah, we have not had 3 competitors in a row clear this entire day for the regionals. So I'm excited to see if this is going to happen. But I think Fars will be one of the competitors who was able to do that. He has made in 13 Tier 1 competitions.
Crazy stuff there from Faraz Ayub. All right, Ayub here. I'm going to take some chalk, ready to go for this flow course. Here he goes. A minute on the clock. Gonna see how far our boy can get right here. Nova, Ninja, and CrossFit is overall where he trains and how he does things. CrossFit as a whole is a very good sport to translate with Ninja due to how much body composition is needed within everything. And Fares right here, gonna take some time to build up a lot of swing and momentum. Turning around. Okay, he's getting a tiny bit hung up here, but he makes it. No!
Oh, man!
Missed the grab on that wheel. I'm going to take the rest of his run here. Okay, a bit jittery coming into the first skateboard, but he's going to take the bar. Very nice links there, but unfortunately misses the right side of the hook there. Unfortunate stuff. Great run, though. Right then, guys. Last up is going to be Liam Diggins right here for our elite male division.
I'm excited to see what he's able to do. Has the most insight out of everyone who has ran so far. 28 have gone before him, so his insight is going to be greater than anyone else. So executing here is probably the most important out of any other run. Getting ready on that starting line. He wants to close off this division strong and also close out his run strong because all these competitors have ran the challenge course already. So this is what is most likely their last run of the night right here.
Pretty much. Now then, Liam Diggins coming out of the New Oxford area in Pennsylvania. Aged 18, has done 13 competitions for this season, and he's off representing Ninja Logic. Let's see how well he can do. Okay, interesting grab there. Gonna flail his legs back to get a lot of crazy momentum. throughout. Underbars that wheel. Love to see the tech on display. Ah!
And the U-turn is what does him in.
Great stuff there from Liam. Gonna speed run the last lane of this course, basically. Gonna link the last few things, pull himself back and pull himself forward, forcing his buzzer in. Great stuff from Liam. That was a crazy run.
Yeah, those agility barrels, those ones are so hard to predict. Looks like as soon as he starts slipping on one, he just could not correct himself. And even though he was able to get onto the U-turn, it just wasn't enough to truly get through that one as well, because once one foot's out of place, the other one's just hard to get back in.
All right, then, there you have it. That is your 26 elite males ran and run. There we go. Jackson Erdos, James Sinella, and Nick Warren taking the top 3 with the fastest clears of 24 seconds, 27 seconds, and 30 seconds, respectively.
Yeah, this has been an amazing division, and I feel like a lot of competitors have proved themselves so much. Jackson had a lot. I feel like he had a lot to prove because he's coming off as the world championship from last year. So he has a lot of expectations to fulfill, and this was amazing from him. He blew all expectations out of the water. I was convinced that we were not going to see a sub 30, and here we are with 2 of them. And almost 3, Nick Warren, just 81 hundredths away from becoming just the 3rd to get a sub 30. And looking at the screen right now are just all of our other competitors who ran today. Now looking out at that course, this has been an amazing night, full of surprises, shocks, and so much excitement. This has been absolutely amazing.
Indeed it has. I'm very excited to see what the rest of the weekend has to offer throughout all of our divisions. That was day 1. Very, very great to see so many athletes from all across the region take on these amazing courses. From Jamie Dayhuff and Billy Dixon, we will see you all later.
Peace out, y'all.
Celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk.
Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds.
I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, Rock Climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.